Charlie Kirk, a political commentator, assassinated on 10th September 2025 at Utah Valley University at the age of 31, ironically, while talking about gun violence. Ironically. Now, let me tell you, a lot of people have learned a couple of stuff in this particular incident. Now, some people have learned that politicians will always politicize everything. Some people have learned that the energy you give is the energy you receive. And some people have also learned that America will never tighten their gun laws, whatever happens. And some people, including my people, black people, are saying that, some of them are saying that this is a situation where the chickens are coming home to roost. That's what my people are saying. Now let me tell you what I am saying. I am saying, and what I have learnt, what I, Orina, founder of Sell Africa to Africans, what I have learnt is white life is more valuable than black life. White life is more valuable than black life. Why? That's a good question. The President of the United States of America stops what he's doing in his busy schedule to deal with this case of a white man, a political commentator, getting murdered. One white man. The President of the United States of America stops what he is doing in his busy schedule to address this issue head on. On one white man, a political commentator, getting shot and killed in a speaking engagement in Utah Valley University. He even works with the governor of Utah. He even works with the local police departments to ensure that they get the killer expeditiously. And look, what I'm looking at the news, it seems like they've gotten the killer. And I thought to myself, and that's the word of the day. Expeditiously. I thought to myself one thing. If Charlie Kirk was black, I promise you Donald Trump wouldn't give a damn about him. He wouldn't go out of his way to ensure that he leaves his busy schedule to get this case done. He wouldn't do that. I'll even make it better for you. If Charlie Kirk was not only black, but a black conservative who supports Trump, who sings the songs of Donald Trump, I promise you, Donald Trump would still not give a damn about him. Black people have been dying in the hands of police and in the hands of racist whites for 400 years. Have we ever seen this expeditiousness in black murder cases? One white man dies, and the whole country is in a standstill. The president even goes out of his way to make sure that he deals with this case head on. And within 24 hours or so, the killer has been caught. I thought to myself, wow, if only black cases were solved in such an expeditious manner. Black cases are oftenly unattended to, uncared for, are oftenly just nobody cares about them. Justice is oftenly delayed in the black community in America, but not in white America. It takes white man for the President of the United States of America to do whatever it takes to ensure that they've caught the killer. And they have caught the killer within a very, very short time. That was very quick, by the way. Nobody cares about black life. White life is more valuable than black life in the eyes of white supremacy. How many black cases have gone unsolved? Even high-profile cases, we still do not know who killed Notorious B.I.G., who killed Biggie. It took them 20 years to tell us who killed Tupac. And even that is still, 20 years. It took you guys 20 years to catch Tupac's murderer. And even that, whether you believe he's the killer or not, the fact that it took 20 years to catch the killer of a really, really influential figure in the world, 20 years. But it takes you 1 day to catch the killer of one white man, of one political commentator. Wow. Black life, nobody cares about black life. White supremacy has never cared, will never care, doesn't care about black life. White life is more valuable than black life. Let me just say it again. White life is more valuable than black life. That's why I always get disgusted when I see black people, even here in Africa, going out of their way to ensure that white people are comfortable, to ensure that white people are pleased. Why are you trying to please white people? And they don't even give a damn about your life. Why are we going out of our way to ensure that white people are comfortable and are pleased, and they will never go out of their way to ensure that we are comfortable and we are pleased? They will never do that. So why do we do it for them? Simple common sense. George Floyd, rest in peace, my good brother. George Floyd was murdered on camera, kneeled on for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And this white boy says that it wasn't because, he didn't die because of a police kneeling on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. It's because he was drug related. He also says that Derek Chauvin deserves to be pardoned. That's what Charlie Kirk says. That's what he said.
I saw a clip somewhere that you were trying to get the officer who murdered George Floyd pardoned, and I just want to know what your reasoning was about that.
Well, George Floyd didn't die because of the police officer. He died largely because of a drug overdose.
But he had his knee on his neck. We all saw the video.
But the knee on the neck is actually an approved police technique that police departments taught Derek Chauvin to use. Do you know that George Floyd was saying, "I couldn't breathe," well before that restraining technique? And
so why'd they use the technique if he already couldn't breathe?
Well, because he was actually resisting arrest, and they had to restrain him. And they restrained him in a way that they were taught to do, which is the knee on the neck technique.
Okay, so when does the technique end? Like when they die? Like he said he couldn't.
No, I mean the technique ends when the individual stops resisting arrest. His cause of death was not asphyxiation; it was drug overdose. He had
that was a part of it. Like he also had a heart thing, and like he was on drugs, but like he wouldn't have just died if he was standing there. Like they had his.
Well, actually, there's an argument to be made. According to the medical examiner, he was drug overdosing in real time. That it wasn't because of the police officer, Derek Chauvin, that put his knee on the neck. And again, they were taught to do that. According to the Hennepin County Police Department, they teach that as an approved restraint technique. And by the way, this is just a broader point. Our whole country blew up because of this incident, and it was largely based on a lie. Largely based on a lie. We were all.
What was the lie?
The lie is that there was a white police officer that went after a black person just because he was black, and it just wasn't true. He was resisting arrest.
Okay, but he killed him. Like that doesn't.
Well, again, the county medical examiner disagrees. The county medical examiner in the original report.
So then, why did he get sentenced?
Exactly. That's a good
question.
I'm saying, it's because it was largely a show trial where actually they were not allowed to submit evidence.
Trial?
A show trial. A show trial is an example where you put people on display or a show for a political purpose or political means. And this is an example of that, where Derek Chauvin was not given a fair hearing in this trial. He was not even allowed to use the police training handbook in his trial to show that he was taught to use that restraining technique.
Okay, so what do you want to happen to Derek Chauvin? Like
pardon.
So he's just free? What is that?
Yes.
What message does that send to like?
It should be. It's a message that you should get an actual fair trial and that you're not going to get a trial by media.
And by the way, I believe that if it wasn't for the uproar of black people, and if it wasn't for America going in an uproar, America just going in an outcry and going out there and advocating for George Floyd to get justice, if it wasn't for that intensity in this particular George Floyd case, I believe that Derek Chauvin wouldn't be in prison. I believe that Derek Chauvin is in prison because America wouldn't risk a part 2 of America burning again because of George Floyd. I believe that they had to put Derek Chauvin in prison because they couldn't afford another part 2 of America burning because of the killing of George Floyd. And that's what I believe. I believe that that's what it takes. It takes the whole world to just go in an uproar for one black man to get justice. But one white man dies, and the President of the United States of America stops what he's doing to ensure that they catch the killer. If that doesn't show you that America and white supremacy in general, the global white supremacy institution, doesn't care about black people, if that doesn't show that, and if that doesn't show that they care about white life more than they care about black life, I don't know. I seriously, guys, don't know what will convince you that white supremacy and white society only cares about white life. If this case doesn't show you, I don't know what will show you. I really don't know what will show you. My last word is Hitler, Adolf Hitler, kills 6 million Jews, and everybody talks about it. Everybody talks about the Holocaust. 6 million Jews killed by Hitler. Okay. King Leopold of Belgium kills 15 million Africans in Congo. Do we talk about him? Do people even know about the Congo massacre and the Congo Holocaust? White life is more valuable than black life in the eyes of white supremacy. That's just a fact.